What's up, guys? New breaking information in the Sean Diddy case. Y'all, Diddy just literally filed a motion saying, Yana, this case could be thrown out, except for the fact that there are 3 new lawsuits that just dropped. And the details that TMZ skimmed over are starting to come out. You guys, Diddy is accused of raping his assistant. I repeat, Diddy is accused of raping his male assistant after he asked for a raise. Diddy ain't never getting out. Diddy needs to be under the jail. He's never getting out. The jury seems to still be out on Jay-Z, but with Diddy, oh, ninja, you ain't never getting out. Y'all, let's get into these details because I'm getting the court documents. We are going to go live later to talk about them, but what in the world is going on? Literally, what is in the world? Diddy is depraved and a monster. And I know some people talking about that can't be true. I can't believe that these billionaires were doing this. I'm not saying you believe that Epstein did it. You believe Weinstein did it. Are you serious? You really think that somebody with money and proclivities for violent delights wouldn't go for the violent ends? Please, I don't know the humans. Y'all know, but it is what it is. Let's actually get into these documents. We're going to go live with all the details, but in the meantime, let's do a rundown of each and every case because it is a mess to be sure. Okay, what do we know about this gentleman? He was an assistant, okay? We also know that he's accused of Sotomomo, his assistant, after he asked about unpaid wages. And this isn't Tony Busby. Diddy says he's going for sanctions. Diddy, you need to be worrying about why you still begging to use a laptop between 8 a.m. and 3 o'clock p.m. But you talking about you begging for sanctions. The former assistant to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs filed a lawsuit accusing Diddy of rugging and raping him in February 2020. The plaintiff, identified in court documents as John Doe, alleges the assault occurred in Diddy's suite at the Intercontinental New York Times Square during a meeting ostensibly called to discuss unpaid wages. Now, I'm just going to say this. He's a John Doe, but we can all find out who the assistant is because I think it's pretty much common knowledge. But he requests that he remains anonymous. So it is. The complaint describes a shocking sequence of events, alleging that Diddy used his position as CEO of Bad Boy Records to coerce and later intimidate the plaintiff into silence. This is directly from All Hip Hop. Shout out to Mike Winslow for getting his hands on the papers first and giving us a little preview. According to the filing, Diddy prepared alcoholic drinks during their meeting, one of which was spiked with an incapacitating substance. The lawsuit alleges that after John, the assistant, became drowsy and fell asleep on the couch, he woke up to find Diddy sexually assaulting him. When he woke, he found himself laying on his stomach, bent over the edge of the couch with his pants pulled down while Diddy mobilized him. He told him to stop, right? And that he was almost done. So the guy was trying to fight and Diddy was like, yo, stop, I'm almost done. And then Diddy, shortly after. The filing further alleges that Diddy leveraged his power and influence to suppress the plaintiff's claims, warning that going public would make him look like an idiot and that Diddy's reputation as a cultural icon would prevent the accusations from being substantiated. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. You know, it's so funny. Just a year ago, Diddy was in the same position that Jay-Z is. Just a year ago, people were ready to sharpen their knives over Cassie. Just a year ago, anything Diddy said, especially around that Love album, was good. And now Diddy's Diddy, and now Jay-Z is where Diddy was a year ago. Let's see if it goes up or it goes down. But let's keep going. This is horrible. Your own assistant? He accuses Diddy of deploying his inner circle to threaten and intimidate him after the incident, an alleged pattern of coercive behavior consistent with the federal charges he currently faces. I wonder if this guy's actually testifying. Yo, you know what I do want to know? I know that there are a lot of people that are probably very, very worried about what's going to happen in Diddy's trial. Not that they committed crimes per se, but the fact that as they bring in the army of SMEX workers, Diddy's side and also the government are going to have to call in the people around the SMEX workers that were involved in the freak offs to actually corroborate whether it was consensual or not. That's why everybody's scared. And that's why they're so mad at Tony Busby. But at the end of the day, they're worried about Tony Busby. You need to be worried about the federal government. How are they going to take a male escort's word for what happened in a freak off? I mean, you can, but either the government is going to have to bring in witnesses to be like, nah, that's not going to happen. Or the defense has to bring in witnesses. There's like, that's not what happened at all. She was begging for it. As you guys know, they said Diddy was arrested in September on a series of federal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering, which prosecutors claim involved systematic abuse of both men and women over the decades. He designed an enterprise to fulfill his sexual desires and suppress dissent through a mixture of force, bribery, and fear. It also implicates Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, several associated corporate entities, Sony Music Holdings, and accusing them of enabling Diddy's actions by providing access and resources that facilitated the alleged assault. The latest legal battles adds to the mounting allegations against Diddy, who is currently held at the MDC in Brooklyn. Okay, so Diddy's team, as you guys know, said, Yana, these claims are full of lies. We'll prove them false and seek sanctions against every unethical lawyer who filed fictional claims against them. Everybody can't be lying. Everybody cannot be lying. Okay. I'm trying to get my hands on these claims. I do want to say, hold on really quick. Who's the lawyer on this? Summons and complaint. So as of now, the summons and complaint, the order to show cause, the affirmation redacted, and the order to show cause have all been returned for correction. That means that there is some slight error, usually a paperwork. The courts return them to you for the lawyer to correct them, and then they get filed, not refiled, but then they get filed. It's almost like a pause. Now, the funny thing is, it's saying filed for return for correction. If those papers are not resubmitted, do you think Diddy finally woke up and realized he needs to settle with some of these people if he ever wants to see the light of day? Y'all, listen. Let me know what you think in the comments. We're going to find out more about the documents, and we're going to get our hands on those documents and go live. There is a lot going on with the Diddy case. I know he was happy when this fell on Jay-Z, but people are saying there is some sort of alliance. Again, the enemy of my enemy or the enemy of my friend, baby. They are both going after Tony Busby. Again, my opinion is that it looks like it's an alliance. The truth will actually come out. I know Tony Busby is going to tell us one way or the other. You guys, this is going to be a busy holiday. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. Bye. I will say one thing. You think Tony Busby is going to drop a Busby special? You know what? I'll talk about that in a different video. Bye.